All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream. It is time for our final stage in the lower brackets, lower echelon. We had some unfortunate occurrences yesterday, let's call it that, and we're able to conclude our top four for this lower echelon, which will be fighting in a bracket of double elimination, best of sevens, I believe. Let me just make very sure that I'm correct. Double elimination. That's best of 5 today, best of 7 tomorrow. Right. That's the way. There. We should get some good games today. Hopefully everyone's there. The only one streaming in the lower brackets. Everyone else is doing professionals, which I guess I can quickly go over as well. But yeah. Actually hop on over to the website right here and have a look. So we have Egocentric, and Jesus, who will be facing off against each other. And happening at the same time will be Zenith against Win. I'm actually not quite sure which match I have given to me. So that will be something of a surprise, I guess. But yeah, those two matches will happen at the same time. And then what we will also see today is this match down here. That's the two games. We only get 2 games today. It's going to be a rather short stream. And then tomorrow we get these 2 games. And then on Saturday, I believe, we get the grand finals, the best of 9, the really big one. Unfortunately, no one is doing the challenges today. These streamings are the old ones from yesterday, so don't be confused. But yeah, we have OGT and ASN playing against each other, and Vale versus TQT. Those are the top 4 that emerged from yesterday. And then in the professionals, we have a lot of other stuff going on. In fact, it's the last 3 matches today in this first stage. So my heart goes out to all the fellow commentators because they're gonna have a long night tonight. But yeah, gonna see some great matchups. Currently, APA here in first, with Pink and Serenity right behind all on 3 points. Should be able to get some great results. We have streamers lined up. APA streamed by Aminet, Raid from Fujit. We have Wild One's Helper following Serenity. Nubida N90 is following Ikpa. We have Ice Shot in Russian following the team of BPS. We have NY, other Russian commentator doing Pink, and Robert doing Gravitas in Spanish. So I think most of these games should be covered, if not all of them, at all times. At least I hope so. And yeah, with that out of the way, should have our invite. But I'm gonna wait a little longer because we're soon to reach our 3-minute mark anyway. So it's not that bad. Yep. Alright, let me get everything sorted. Alright, let's just give it a little bit more time. Like I said, we want to avoid stream snipers, which is why I'm making sure that we have less than 3 minutes of time when I join the room, and I think that should be good enough. Especially considering that we do have also a YouTube delay. Not included in my 3-minute. Yeah. Hopefully we get full teams tonight. Jesus here. Currently on 5. Ego on 7. Let's have a quick look at the maps that we get to see. They should be... Yeah. Yes, they are indeed. We have Castilla that we start off with, as we can already see. Oasis Palm and Alpenstadt as the tiebreaker. And then later today, we get Fort Despair, Normandy, and for tiebreaker, Molenbeek. I'm very interested in. Yeah, I hope Jesus is getting their 7th. Otherwise, that would be quite anticlimactic. I think they played pretty well yesterday, considering they came through from lower brackets. After losing in the first round, I think. Yep. Went through the lowest and came all the way up. Even had to win a tiebreaker here. So it would have been quite unfortunate had they not made it here with a full team, but we do. Very glad to see that. I haven't seen either of these two teams play. I've just seen their names pop up during the qualifiers. So it's actually going to be a very fresh experience for me, and I'm looking forward to it. Ego here with a quite interesting lineup. Double 215B. Usually you only see one of them, and then coupled with a light tank. But they're going for 2, and still keeping that light tank at T100 here. Filling up the rest with Type 71s. Pretty straightforward lineup. And then Jesus here, a bit more convoluted. Triple 60T, triple type, and an IS4. Ditching that mobility entirely. So what the plan is with that. IS4 seems like a B play to me. And you also can't really go to A with that. You have a very long way to go to the hill, after all. So they might just try to play with double caps B and C. That's at least my estimate at the moment. We'll see if I'm correct. Once we get into the game, as we start off the final stages today. Let's see. Hopefully, see some great games here. Still, usually one with a lot of surprises hidden up its sleeves, depending on how teams approach it, how teams play with it, and the lineups they chose. So this one is definitely intriguing to me. But yeah, as we can see, the hit points quite a bit behind here, starting off 1.2k HP down. Follow up the T100 here. And it seems as Jesus is actually going for at least quite a degree here towards A. And just a general castle area. The key play here from Ego. T100 straight into that B cap. No one here could reset him. Or who's even anywhere near fast enough. Also leaving Appletastic here alone in C gives them quite a good advantage. Jesus here has 2 tanks left behind in their spawn. As Ego turns around. Wonder what the plan will be. They are now forced to make a move. Jesus. As Ego here with 2 caps. Gonna be feeling quite comfortable to just hold this one. As long as they need to. And that seems to be the general idea for now. 215Bs here sticking together. Great DPM on those things. Great guns as well. Types on the other side. Apple over here. And then we have the T100. Just giving some general view through their spawn. Sakamata here, the first one to drop some hit points. As the other FV. That's a good shot in. Already on 600 points here. Ooh, and Jesus is making a play. Going off those two tanks that were still kept in the spawn. Ego now fully aware of them. Up to... Or will they respond? Will they just stay where they are? T100 is still holding. Just wants to make sure that he does not get flanked. Or his team is anyway. And Ego deciding to be the ones to actually put up the pressure here against Jesus. Even though they don't have to be. Focus here on Zac. With that 60 TP down to a one-shot. And Lightning Star need to get targeted as well, unless they turn around and help those FVs over here. Hold. In B, both FVs had to drop down. And the T100 here. Be careful. There's some 60 TPs coming right up ahead. Not looking too good for them. Ego does have quite a bit of an HP advantage, however. If we look at the points, it's also very good for them. 900 here. One more kill will push them quite close to the end. And Fennec goes down 960. Either kill Ghost Sniper or just let the clock tick down. Or just get Olo out, who's down to a one-shot here as well. What's it gonna be? Oh, bounce down the FV. And he finishes it off. Solid first game here from Ego. Jesus there, maybe a little bit too passive in some areas. You know, just letting Ego do their thing here wasn't quite the thing that they should have done, in my opinion. Being more active, you know, try to control the engagement. But by the time they made a move, it was just a little too late, you know, because those camp points, they tick quickly. Ego played that very well. Careful. Don't overexpose. They saw those isolated heavy tanks as well. Made sure to get them. Turned around. To keep their FV safe, which, you know. They could have just went and said, screw it, we go for that IS-4 over there, that's all alone. But they didn't. And it was indeed the right choice to make that call. Because they more or less lost B, right? That cap had stopped, they'd taken it as well. And those FVs didn't really have support other from the T100, which could have been caught up by those 260s. So, you know, it was the wise decision to make in the end. And maybe not the game-winning move, but definitely helped them to push them over the edge here. As the lineup changes, we see a concept 1B instead of one of the FVs. And the Sheridan now replacing that T100. Jesus here is looking for a lineup and they found it, I think. Double 60. Getting rid of one. Taking into account getting a Badger. And also now going with a T100. Very interested to see where that lineup goes. And what the general idea behind it is. Because, I mean, I have seen the Badger work on some maps already. But I don't think I've ever seen it on Castilla. The map where TDs definitely can work if you play them here on the ridgeline or over there. In the spawn, you know. Can't quite show it right now. But depends on, of course, where you start off. Some really good possible positions, good angles to hold down onto. But the Badger's more of a just, I'll stay here, not move, and you can't get past me kind of tank. And it seems that that is the position they're taking. Hold on C, have Fennec in their support, and just be that immovable force that no one can deal with. But Ego going fully on the castle side here. Good spots from the Sheridan. Not quite able to connect though. Only hits the track. The rest of Ego slowly coming in. They might be able to catch the Kranwagen here. Oh, never mind. There's not much to catch on that Kranwagen. Down very low. Cold here. Got spotted trying to enter into B. Kranwagen is now actually using some hit points here. Interesting position. Just being slightly high enough where they can actually shoot those types. Or anything that is in A, rather. A very unique position I haven't seen before. Even with some great resets, they did manage to cap A. And Jesus is applying more pressure here. Really trying to make that B play work, get those multiple caps. And the Badger is coming in. Takamata here. Not in a great position and with no immediate backup either. As we can see here, the Badger, the type. And then quite a load of tanks lined up here. Where the FV's movement is rather restricted. Ego here is very centered on this ridge. Not sure. They have a lot of freedom to move from here. And with that, we have one of the types escaping outwards. Now quite far away from the fight should one occur. Good shot here from Bibi. T100 over here, although doesn't even need to do some damage. Just hitting the tanks is gonna keep them lit for so much longer. Less of a spotting tool and more of utility. Well, actually it's both. Hello there. Now dropping down. Making a move towards spotting whatever relocation Ego could come up with. And also getting a new angle on those enemy heavies. Gonna run straight in here. Guns blazing. Oh, doesn't really get punished either. Gets a bounce, gets one shot in as well. And sees 3 tanks here. Jesus now with quite a bit of knowledge. What they can work with here. Those 60s right there. Ooh, bounce there from the other one. What is Ego going to do? With Hades here. Going in all alone on that Kranwagen. Not sure if that is the call to make. Gonna get support from the T100 here. As Bibi's down low. Really low, in fact. Gonna be the first one down. Amazing. Down to a one-shot here. Ego's looking for their first pickup. They need to start making these kills. 900 points already. The type's a one-shot. The FV's a one-shot. And there we have it. Triple kill here coming in from Jesus. Turning this game around quite hard. And that double cap strat, definitely working out for them. And this time, it was Ego. Just too passive. Gave them the freedom to move quite a lot, actually. And then just could not respond properly what the enemy had in store. Lineup now gonna change, obviously, as we enter into the next map. It is Oasis Palms. Jesus is not changing a lot, to be fair. Sticking to those 60 Type 71 combinations, hit triple both, and Olo in that T100. And Ego here running the double FV again with the T100 and the Kranwagen. Is an interesting one for sure. But both teams have the light tank. So those ones will be quite a crucial factor in how this game will turn out. Some teams have started to send their lights straight to A, but whatever goes there. Some sticking to the, I guess, original strat and just send it to the desert. Cap C if nothing is there. So we'll see what these two light tank players will do, what their teams decide on, and if they can get a good result out of it. Both teams here now tied at 1-1 as we enter into our second map. Team's Ego is sending their light tank, just like Jesus, into the desert. Boost here as well. Gonna see each other. Now it's up to how much can they see. Maybe even get some damage into each other. Egg here going straight for C. But Ego is also playing the desert in this game. And Jesus here trying to send through some people over the riverbed here. Got caught. I'm quite able to do that now. And Ego is lying in wait for a time to pounce. Down and FV here just waiting for those two to make a mistake. Give them their side and then just hammer down on them. As Olo here. Probably the right play to make. Go for A. That amazing. Going for B here. Hard cap play again for Jesus. As the first trades here coming in. Fennec. Cold. Harry losing some as well. Double cap happened. Oh Jesus, and Ego deciding it is time to move up with these Type 71s. Oh, I think Bibi here got double tapped by the 60s and also a little bit of love from those types. Onto a one-shot now. As Jesus is counter-moving up. Might be the first one out of the game here. One shot, 7 HP. Unfortunate roll here. As we see both light tanks dueling. Oh, Sakamata here. Great attention to the surrounding. Able to help out. The T100 here getting a bounce as well. Able to keep their tanks alive. And look at that. Jesus is above in hit points. They are missing 3 tanks. And Ego is still fully alive until this moment. We're the first to drop, but the focus fire for Ego here a lot better. Keeping their tanks together, keeping them alive as well. And those 60s. Quite a bit split. At least considering the Amazing's position. Quite a risky move to make here for Ego to just go in, as we saw. Bibi getting absolutely hammered in the process. And then, I'm not sure why Jesus decided it is time to move up. They had 2 caps. They can more or less hold. All things concerned, you know. There wasn't really a need for them to make a play. And then they just got absolutely pounced on. And those 60s, if you can't quite keep them together with the rest of your team, because One reason I see this good use for the 60 is that alpha damage, if you decide now's the time to focus fire, you can kill off a tank very quickly. And in an engagement, that's what's most important, right? Kill that tank fast. DPM is not the deciding factor then. It is the alpha damage that is hitting that tank and how many are hitting it. Because, the types might, I don't know, kill a tank in 12 to 15 seconds, but 360 TPs could maybe just triple tap and then already move on to the next, right? Whilst in the type situation, they would still be fighting back, they could shield, they could distract, all those sorts of things. So you gotta put your tanks right where they need it, and I think that is absolutely what did not happen here for Jesus. And Ego catching that match point for themselves. 2-1 here in this best of 5. Need one more to get out on top. Of course, that doesn't mean it will be over. We have a double elimination here. We are still in the upper bracket. But, of course, you'd always try to stay above and keep that last chance or that second chance for, as long in the future as you really need it. See what this map will give us. Is it going to be tied again in score and we go to tiebreaker? Or is Ego able to break out here? Lineups slightly changed. Ego got rid of the Kranwagen. Jesus got rid of one of their 60s, the T100s again remaining. See what the approach is this time. Ego's plan at least seems to be the city. And Jesus is making a split play here, similar to what Ego did last game. Oh, good knowledge here from Ego. Great round by that light tank. He's almost all of that. Saw those tanks sitting here. Saw the tanks moving into the desert. Ego now able to respond a lot better. And just straight up quicker to whatever Jesus has in store. Not opting to immediately go for B, however. As the T100 here is still on the run. Taking another hit. That's not what you want here. In this situation, you want your light tank. That big distractor. Able to output a lot of pain onto the enemy to be kept alive and healthy until the end. He's not looking to go down to a 2-shot here as Ego is completely pushing in here onto Ghost Sniper. As well as Zach. There's an Amarak saving them a shot. Not a major one, 600 here, but that means Ego saves one shell they can give to someone else. And Jesus here is completely turning it around. Pushing into this spawn play here from the red team. Now it's all up to focus fire. Hades down to a 1-shot. Zach able to pick up the kill. Harry now as well, very low. All about that focus fire. Harry goes down. Fennec down to a 1-shot. Did be not quite able to pick up the kill here. Points, very big lead here for Ego now. As the next one goes down, Bibi here on 4 hit points. Barely staying alive as well. Olo here, able to pick up opposing light tank. But yeah, Ego here with both FVs still alive. A large... Oh, I can't speak tonight. A large majority of their DPM is in those tanks. And they're just able to shred through. Those are the tanks you really want to focus out first. Those with high DPM and dangerous guns. The type, not really the tank. That's the danger here. It really is those FVs, as we could see. Absolutely hammering through at 60 TP's hit points. And it's just the T100 left. Trying to do a cap play here. Dolby stealing A. Is going to be able to get away most likely here. But with Ego already being in B again and approaching A with 2 more. Just does not seem likely unless they get tight. Wow! Apple here. Almost getting that insane blind shot. That would have been crazy. I think Olo here deciding to give up on this one. Decides to shoot. Let this one end early. Got the bounce here in the track from Sakamata. And there we go. GG. Well done. 3-1 victory here for Ego. Centric over Jesus. Great first opener indeed. And let's have a quick look at all the brackets. We have quite a bit of time until the next game actually starts. How did the Zenithant win game end, or is it still ongoing? It is, in fact, still ongoing. We'll have to wait a little longer for that result. The middle echelon, the challengers here, also still playing, so these games are very tight. They're not going down one-sided because these are also playing best of 5, I believe. And I'd be very shocked if one of these games is already done. But it is APA 4-0 against Jokes here. Stomping them in the ground. Solidifying, at least for now, a top spot here on the leaderboard. Still have to go through Serenity. Still have to go through Gravitas. So one immediate contender here. At least right in front of them. But yeah, that's a great game. Well played from both teams, of course. We did see some mistakes here and there. Both teams sometimes being a little too cautious or not active enough in order to take initiative of whatever situation, or even to just get them out of a situation. Especially as we could see on Castilla, both teams making the same mistake, being too passive, letting the enemy take 2 bases over them. Not really what you want to see. But all in all, still good games. And with that, I think we can just play some ourselves. We just make sure. Game should happen at 50. And it indeed will. So we have about 25 minutes to go. A lot of people online today. Jesus. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did. You know, when not expecting a top level, like top 8 gameplay here, obviously, because that's not where we are. We're not watching the professionals. But I feel like this is giving us a good just perspective of what top 32 is currently looking like. And as we could see from the qualifiers, it's quite a harsh environment. Not easy. And yeah, I can only imagine the competition getting more fierce as the seasons go by, as long as they don't keep making new teams every season, of course. Because occasionally that does happen. Team of the season and all of that. Had a lot of that in the past. Carnage is one that immediately rings in my mind as one of those. And Aqua, I think. Were they called Aqua? I don't remember. First or second Blitz Cup. And then they played, I think, one more season in winter, and that was it. And then they went to BPS, I think? I'm not sure. Oh. Ah, I thought I was tracked. It's just a rock behind me. I'm an idiot. But yeah, all in all, I look brightly into the future of at least EU competitive. And now with a new tournament manager as well. As a lot of you might have noticed on the official Discord already. Doing a fantastic job. Become a lot less toxic, actually. That's what I wanted to say. So, bringing us the atmosphere we want. And it was unfortunate that I got hit by that E6. Reading for the HE damage here. 2 cases. Nice. I'll play a couple more games, like 1 or 2, and then we'll have another look at the brackets. Because I don't want to look immediately again after we've played one game. Although most of them probably are done by now. But I think I can squeeze out one more. Just give some diversity and not just look at tables the entire time. I would show you replays, but fortunately enough, I don't have any to show you. So I'll just play myself. Not that bad. See if I can spot anything. Nice. Double fire. Rip that grill player. He probably wants to sell that tank now. Straight into the Amarak. Level 54. Doesn't matter if I bounced. You're spotted now. A long time. That's one thing that's really insane about this tank. You can just keep anyone spotted so long just by hitting them. I don't think you need to pen. Could be mistaken, of course. If I am, please feel free to correct me. Or not that, actually. Definitely do correct me. Else I'm driving around with a misconception about this tank for the entire time already. And that wouldn't be too great. Or what the Waffle is expecting to do here in close quarters. Considering his gun choice especially. Can I track D100? Can, alright. I won't overextend just yet. Since I still have a 7-0. At 268. Missed me. There we go, another track shot. Got some fires going on in this game today. And now we can get you constantly spotted as well. Very nice. All right. Have a look, shall we? Update. And win has met. Oh, wow. That was tiebreaker. Damn. Wish I could have seen that game. 3-2. And we see Zenith playing against Jesus now. And are we getting some results here? We're not. They're both still playing. That means they're likely both in tiebreaker. That is incredible. Wow. Well then, is the round robin any different? No, but I mean they play best of 7, not best of 5. Oh wait, let me actually check. Challengers is best of 5 today, right? Right? No, it's not. I am a liar. Best of 7, so doesn't have to be tiebreaker. My mistake. Apologies. That was not intentional. Quite surprised first, but I guess it makes sense. It'd be very weird for them to both be in tiebreaker right now. Like, that would have to be some insane coincidence. Alright. I think this and one more game we should definitely be able to squeeze out of this waiting time. Or we head on in. There's a drop. Oh, it's over there. I always forget. Quite a long starting animation. Fuck bad chat. Rip. That guy for sure. Not the E50, I think that guy's also stuck. $100, please. No, he's not. Just looked like it. Nice. I can't spot you even though I'm a light tank. Yeah, sure. Well done, Leo. Alright, I'll go in. No point in sticking around in the back. Lead aside quickly and then help out on the heavies. Nice, he missed me. I'd like to keep more hit points, so that's good for me. And now it's time to play defensively. They'll have an ML too. They have a 60. That is full HP. And I'd rather not deal with him up front. Oh, yeah. Good position. Keeping a lot of angles. That is so cheeky. Oh my god. Could you imagine being on the receiving end and being like, how the hell is he seeing me? Nice T100 accuracy. Totally a light tank gun. Time to farm some damage. Come here, big boy. Oh, another track shot. Beautiful. Oh, there he goes. Got the kill. And come on. This tank's so good. Goddamn. Oh, wait a minute. I just farmed 6k. Alright. I'll gladly take that. I didn't realize it was that much. This is gonna be awful. Sheridan is a lot better on this map, I think. Just for the gun depression. I also haven't seen the T22 in so long. People are still playing that thing, yeah. Oh. Made an oopsie. At driving skills. That's a badger. Tank is so small. Holy. And that's badger dead. I'm just gonna sit here for a while. Or not. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Tip, don't sit there for a while. Just don't. Not for any amount of duration. I might be dead. No! God, I'm so dumb. Ah, I got stuck on the corpse of this badger. No. I'm an idiot. We can do one quick game, surely. Let's make it very quick. Hey, Mighty. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, we should start with the tournament soon. We have fail tunes here. Great. Preferably, let's have this game not last more than 3 minutes. That would be perfect. Let's take him out. With the Titans and light tanks, that should be doable. To finish this quickly anyway. We got him. Gonna say, surely I got spotted for that. That guy's not happy about it. We hit him hard. What is that 3090 even thinking about? Like, does he think he can just rush anywhere he wants? And it will work out eventually? Game looks like it's gonna take a while. I don't like that. Can we hurry? Enemy tank is down. Starting gun handling be like. My god. It is insane. He's down. Let's find another target. That guy. Go for the Conway, not even think about anything. Oh my god. Bad. That's a full penetration. HE would have been too risky. Wait, is my reload faster than his? I mean, he's not looking anyway. Enemy tank is down. 2 lights and the mouse left. Hurry it. 4 minutes left. Nice. Mouse is a one shot. Enemy vehicle neutralized. There we go. There's the band chat. Very nice. That he came right to us. Another one like that will take him down. Ooh, thanks roll. Ah, I missed the jump. And so did D100. Enemy armor destroyed. There we go. Wait, I'm on 5 kills. Hold up. Let me just grab that pulse. No, 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 don't do that. No! God damn it. Chat is so quiet. It is, isn't it? Also, hello, Sakamoto. I hope I pronounced that properly. Regardless of things, if I do mispronounce anything, please feel free to correct me. Oh, I finally got it. Damn it, I'm already ready. I'll wait. I was missing that camel. I finally got it. First? can hop in the room. Let me just quickly do it. All right. One of these teams is going to have to say goodbye today. Is it going to be Jesus or is it going to be Zenith? That is what we will decide here. Or, well, they will. I'm not. I'm just watching. I'm just a viewer as much as you guys are. There, first map that we have a look at. Going to be Fort Despair. With double 60, IS4, and a lot of types. Jesus here is going with double E100 and double 60. Wow. Normally you'd see either or, but not both. Especially not both doubled. That is quite insane. T100 though, here from Olo. Zenith choosing to not take a light tank here. Can work out really good. Or it can go horribly wrong. Depending on who catches the light tank first. Or where he's caught, rather. Probably looking at this lineup, the T100 is going to be immediately pushing middle. To just see where the hell the enemy is going. Just get the knowledge done. You know, work around from there. I think the lineup, I'd play very defensively here. Or just try and out trade the enemy by just stomping. Like push in, use alpha, kill fast. But I mean, if you bounce, that can go horribly wrong. Or if your enemy expects it. So we'll have to see how Zenith reacts to that lineup. This very peculiar one, in fact. And here we go. It is the last chance for both of these players. Not players, sorry, for both of these teams. Continue onwards in this double elimination. Zenith or Jesus will be one of them, but not both. And Zenith, at least right now, is looking to play the seaside. And although looking to do some spotting over here. Sees the 60. Good early shot in as well. Not peeking to see Portuguese here. Good for Zenith anyway. Have a look. There's the E100. Sending it to B. Interesting. Triple cap here. Quad cap coming in, but doesn't matter too much. Only triple enhances. Early cap advantage here for Zenith. They did play quite a bit of 8 points for it, however. With the IS4 here coming in through the middle. Looking to get onto Da. Amazing, who's overextended quite a bit here. Oh, wow. That was some terrain in the way. Portuguese is right behind him, so he's not all that alone. Go sniper here. Overextending and then doesn't pen the shot either. MMW here gets away with it for now. Go sniper certainly won't. Portuguese here. Nope, it's going to be a Homelander. He gets the kill instead. Back here. Bouncing. Jesus is rather split if we have a just general look. The minimap here, we have 2 tanks over here. We have Amazing on B, and then we have 3 tanks on C. So if Zenith finds an isolated spot, they could really put some harm in. But they're not quite doing that right now. They're playing this really defensively. They're up a gun as well, so they can definitely afford to do so. Amazing's now pushing in. They really want the MM out. The IS-4 here. We didn't shoot. Rep gets it. 699. There's quite a lot lined up behind them. And Jesus is counter pushing. They've stolen C. And Zenith is now all over the place as well. Points still relatively even. Although able to pick up a kill, making the gun advantage back into even. Fallen Angel here. Pick up that Amazing. Oh. No, he won't. Edabic's gonna be the one to do so. And Zach is running from Portuguese. Gonna get support here. Oh, Portuguese, he bounces the shot. Has to rush towards B here, but Olo's coming in. Gonna get that clear. And Jesus have actually managed to turn this one at least somewhat around here. Yeetabix goes down. The 3v4. And 900 points already for Jesus. Boomlander here. Hold, trying to use the alpha effectively here. Bouncing on scent. Gets picked up as well. 950. Zenith is fighting against the points right now. They're still fighting 930. And Olo has to get away Zach. He's that weak point now. Zenith, if they can just get to him. Harry, if he only had saved that shot, but how can he know that Zach's right here? He's rushing to B instead. And of course, Olo, he has to stop that. Their main chance of winning this game here. Oh, he bounces. Has to make the shot. He doesn't again. Sent and Zach both bouncing as well. Harry. Who's gonna go down first? Zach or Harry? It's Zach. Olo. 1v1 against the type. That's not a fight he can win. He took a little bit too long to get the type 71 out. And Zenith. What a comeback. I've written off this game. But they've made it work. I am astonished. Well done. Absolutely well done. Wow, look at Olo. He had all 6 kills as well. But he could not quite manage to get this game. And maybe it would have been better here to just go rush A, cap that instead, and just ignore B entirely. That could have been another option. But of course, in the end, you're always smarter, right? And both teams here not too confident in the start to mid game. Both dropping a lot of HP, unnecessary peaks, and then playing quite passively in some degrees. And then it all just went out the window in the end when everyone just wanted to take part in this game all of a sudden. What a performance, honestly. I really thought Jesus had this. But Zenith, amazing job turning this one around. Really. Fighting to the bone here, as we can see. None of these teams want to leave just yet. Understandably so. We have a lineup change. Zenith sticking with double 60s. Now taking a Kranwagen as well. Dropping the IS-4. And Jesus here. Getting rid of the E100. What type? Double E100 and 160 TP as well. Going to be quite interesting to see where this game will go now. Both teams doing slight alterations to their lineups in response to what happened last game. Let's see if either of them is going to be more aggressive here, or just in general be more proactive in this game. Because at the start of the game, it definitely was Jesus who tried to get MMW out. But after that, it really slowed down. Until they then decided to push over C. And it seems both teams here, this time, or at least some eyes on A. Jesus in a lot more of a defensive position. You can see one type right here. Phoenix right here. That amazing on the typical B defense position. And Jesus, gonna go for C here. At least cap it quickly and then get back. As Zenith is already rotating their TSA, their types around. W here and da amazing. Might see a trade happening. As they're already sending someone straight into B. Fallen Angel, he takes 2 shots here. Great angles from Jesus. Having those. Da amazing here. Getting punished by Homelander. And the B reset not going great for Jesus. Taking 2 big hits. Gold stacking up with that amazing. It's not working out. And Zenith. They've prepared most of their force. Preparing to push on to C. We have a slight defense right now. But some tanks who are not too close to this one. Amazing and not able to connect. Hold. Won't be able to get one either. And now these 2 E100s in a pretty awkward position, I'd say. There Zenith goes, pushing in with those types. Who's it gonna be? Yitabix here takes the first shot. Decap instantly interrupted. Old here taking some damage. The reset. Not happening in the E100s. They're losing so much HP right now. Zenith in a really good position. Those E100s more or less trapped in position. Not much room to move around for. And Jesus looking to take back C. As the SpongeBob car here loses some hit points. Yitabix dragging out. And Jesus then not even caring about C at this point. Their plan to counter push here. SpongeBob down to a one-shot. Go Sniper now to 1 and C. 700 points already for Zenith. Now it's all about doing that damage. Big shot here from Portuguese. And Zach leading the charge. That amazing. First blood here. Jesus on a disadvantage. But SpongeBob fallen. Guns at least for now equal. Zach here on 2 hit points. Fallen Angel definitely needs to make sure they get it. Oh, the HE fails. Hold goes down. Olo. Next one to be focused here. As the one isolated type over here. Not able to distract for his team long enough. And Zenith just eating up this push that Jesus tried to make happen. Gonna go 2-0 up on the first map. No, Sakamata. This is a double elimination. So they're playing for who gets to play again tomorrow. And who is out of this final group stage. GG to Zenith. Really strong play here. And Jesus just out of position everywhere at once. That damage from Homelander and Portuguese here, both with 5k coming in. Wow. That's all I can say to that. And match point now for Zenith. Jesus now has to win 3 games in a row. They want to stay in this tournament. Definitely doable. It's going to be hard. Morale must be quite low from that last game. Seemed a lot like a desperation push of I don't know what else to do, so we'll just do this now. And that didn't work. Absolutely didn't. They walked right into the guns of Zenith. And couldn't keep up with the focus fire. The good early bleeding, of course, also made quite a difference here. As the lineups are mostly ready. We have Zenith, 60 TP, FV215B, Kranwagen, and Type 71s. Versus Jesus coming in with 260 TPs, the Badger making a return. And as well a 215B here. And small triple type. Quad type, no Badger. So nearly a mirror matchup. We have a 60 TP for our Kranwagen here. That is the only difference. But how they make use of that difference is what's going to be important. Yeah, Jesus definitely with the ball right behind them. They have nowhere else to go.
Let's get this show on the road.
Now really about, can they keep up? Or is Zenith more or less literally just gonna roll over them here? The normal split here at the beginning. Fennec is rather passive here in that position. Early D and C caps here coming in. Fennec and Etapix. Oh, amazing! Good shot here from Portuguese. We have 2 types here. Oh, Fennec. Out on top. 280 though. Quite a low roll here with heat. Hold. Being a bit greedy. Was able to get a good trade in though. Now it's all about those slow trades. Get the shots in when you can. Don't overextend too much. Else you'll lose a lot of hit points. And Da amazing here. Sneaking into the middle. Gonna get a huge hit into Portuguese here. Unless he shoots Harry instead. Decides to do neither. Fennec. Deciding it's time to strike on A. And amazing here, being held back. Harry there. Holding him off. from putting pressure up on Portuguese. And Phoenix successfully getting that cap on A, and Zenith making the play here. Fallen Angel, he's leading the charge. Straight onto Cold and Olo. Pushing over the middle. And amazing now. Being focused out here, the lowest HP. On the side of Jesus. Who has quite a lot of tanks in the back. The FV, Ghost Sniper, both of them just now arriving. But look at that focus fire on Fallen Angel. As he does indeed fall. We have a 1v1 here, SpongeBob. Versus one of Jesus's types as well. It points like equal. But how is the other side looking? Zenith. Hard HP deficit here. MMW is low on hit points, down to the last shell in the clip. Fennec distracting too. Harry's out of the fight. One shot as well, so can't do much. Jesus in a really good position. Pressured Zenith to make a move. But they now also need to make sure they get these kills in. There's a lot of low HPs. Portuguese, MMW, SpongeBob all on one shots. There's the first one gone. Back here. Be careful. Bounces. The decap here. Not sure that is necessary. Bix pulling the score at least a little bit. Ghost Sniper here definitely needs to get the kill. Gets it as well. DV3 here. Points favoring Zenith. Points also in their favor. Ghost Snipers down to a one shot. But the types able to cover. Olo wins his duel as well. And Homelander, the last one standing here. And Jesus not going down without a fight. Still has a chance, but it's looking very grim. 960 points. Jesus is gonna go. Where did that shell go? All 4 caps. And a small little campfire here. GG. That was a great game, honestly. Jesus with these slight amounts of pressure everywhere. Then if more or less forced to really start making a move. Pushing over on the wrong angle, honestly. Right in the center where B is. Not really where you want to make your push in, especially since everyone can shoot there. As we saw Fallen Angel, he just died. Got obliterated once the rest of Jesus arrived. Yeah, it just went downhill from there. They did fight back really well. Zenith held on for a long time. They're really not giving up at all here. But Jesus have defended the first match point. Lineups have changed. Again, a near mirror matchup actually. We see MMW 27 here. Picking a T100. Other than that, one tank, the lineups are the same. Jesus just without a light tank player. At least for this one. We'll see how much that T100 can turn this game around. All in. Time to decide. Are we going to tiebreaker? Or is Zenith gonna clean this one? 3-1. I'm very excited about this, to be honest. This is about to be a good one, for sure. Both teams with a 60, with double 60. Both teams with a 215B. It's just that small little T100 here that will make a lineup difference. As the rest is filled up with Type 71s.
Eliminate all enemy vehicles.
What will the T100 do? Not what I expected him to do, that's for sure. Usually, that is the play. That is the area. Starting off very passively here, Zenith. Worried about a play on A. Sending most of their forces there and in the middle. No one to see. Good shot here from this. A cap here. Uncontested for Zenith. Leaving them open to just get C. And get some good point lead going. What is Jesus going to do? Homelander now defensively positioning themselves to defend this side of the map. There's not that really can be done here at the moment. Amazing is more or less locked behind this building here. I'm not sure if it was an unfortunate spawn or if it was where he wanted to go. Made him locked here. But it's definitely not where you want your 60 TP to be. Especially when it's an important match like this one. Again, they're back against the wall. Defended it once. Can they defend it again? And turn the tie. And if is making the move for C now, that is what we were waiting for. So far it had been a stalemate. This one will turn it around. The movement here coming in from Jesus. They're turning towards the middle, although Scene Amazing has moved up. Zach is here as well. Fennec, Nis, and Cold. They're grouping up. Question is, where is the play gonna happen? Actually, with a lot of tanks far back, those 60s, that FV, they're not in the fight. They're not engaged. They need to get closer. Those guns are pointless. If Jesus wants to be active here, which they definitely do want to be, the FV finally joining up. 60 here, Ghost Sniper, he needs to get closer. But by this point, a lot of time has passed. Zenith is able to prepare for this. And look at them just bleeding down Jesus. The T100 here is doing an amazing job right now. Done a lot of damage so far. And Zenith pincering down. Now even gathering in the plane area here. Olo trapped behind the building. Amazing, he's still back there. He needs to get in this fight. Way too long to get in here. 700 points almost for Zenith. Now stopping the A cap here, but they've lost so much HP already. 3,000 HP deficit. And Cold's the first one to go down. Zenith pushing over the middle with those 60 TPs. With the 215B here. Fennec. He's gonna go down to Yeetabix. Undoubtedly. Olo goes down as well. And Zenith is just gonna clean this one up here. Jesus, too passive. Way too spread with their tanks. That's not where you want to be. The FVs, the 60s. Completely out of position. Then just getting bled every single time. Zenith played this one calm. Played it well. And are going to stay in this tournament. And we'll have to say goodbye to Jesus tonight, who fought well, but that passiveness not gonna get them anywhere. And take 4th place in the lower echelon tournament of the top 32 as Zenith moves on. Let's have another look at the brackets in quite a while. Sure. There we go. And with that, Jesus is out. Zenith have secured themselves at least 3rd place. Still looking for more. Tomorrow, we'll get to see the first game, Ego versus Win. Best of 7s, those will be. Whoever loses here will have to play Zenith, which will be definitely an interesting one. Again, these low bracket ones, you don't have another chance. You have to win if you want to make it to the final, which will be a best of 9, incredibly enough. And before we close out the stream, let's have a look at these ones. The other results. We had the double tiebreaker. Wow. OGT and TQT both winning 4-3. That isn't. I am so sad that these were not being streamed. I bet you those were high quality games as well. Wow, the challenger. Damn. And with that, let's have another quick look as well here. We should get the other results, and even Tour 6 should at least mostly be done by now. Never mind, I was lying. We had a tiebreaker game here. BPS winning against Caviar 4-3. Serenity beating Pink 4-2. And Gravitas beating Raid 4-2. Raid's not been in a good shape right now. They really have to step it up for that second stage, but I think it's already too late to get into top 4 at this point. You can see it's pretty tight all along. AP and Serenity here. With 4 only lost once. And then we already get into the double losses here with Pink. And then triple losses from the rest. APA Serenity here will definitely, at least for the first stage, decide the top of the leaderboard. I believe anyway. Depends on how they play in the 2-7. But with that said, I will send you over to the other streamers, because we are done here for today. Have a look, check them out. Aminet's watching APA. Fujit following Raid. We have Jack, Wild One's Helper, he's seeing Serenity. Newbreeder is seeing Ikba or Caviar. I shot doing it in Russian, following BPS. NY also in Russian, following Pink. And we have Robert, who follows Gravitas in Spanish. And to answer the chat, Sakamata, yes, I am a manga reader. Closing out on that statement, I hope you all had a great evening. I certainly did. And I'll catch you all again next time. Bye bye.